Hello everyone, Kalive here, and welcome back to Enshrouded in 2025. Alright, we left off with getting this sword, which is nice. We also got 3 out of the 8 Balefires, so those are lit. 5 more to summon the boss, which we will definitely tackle in this episode. We also did go out and knock out some more roots. So, just for reference, we're level 32, 1/4, and then we have 137 skill points, which are majority of them are in the melee tree. And that's probably what we're going to stick with for a while. Alright, so that's it for updates, and in between episodes, not much else has happened. I think we kind of left off with about this much stuff, and yes, kind of where we are. So just in the same boat that I've been. I think I have some wolfsbane growing. This might get us enough to, I think, finish out. So I'll pick that later. Alright, so in this episode, let's go ahead and start tackling a few things. There are some items we can go get. So if we look at our quest log, we do have a quest to find the Dragon's Breath bow, which is going to be a pretty good bow. Highly recommend getting this bow. This is definitely an upgrade to what we currently have. There's also going to be a weapon that we can find in a town that we're going to go to work on this skeleton Cyclops collection. And there's also going to be, I believe, another weapon that we can get, an axe. So it's a couple of weapons we can go ahead and grab, and we definitely will do. So as far as what I need, I think I have everything up here, right? Yeah, I do. Alright, so I need to find other tapestry piece, some flame mosaic tiles. But, okay, so we need the head, and I think the pelvis is all we need. So I'm pretty sure I know what those two are. The head is in a town, a Balefire town. So we can go grab that, and then the pelvis is going to be in like a level 35 area. So we can go and finish off the Cyclops quest, and also go and work on the dragon quest to get that bow. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the peak. Alright, here we are at the peak. Don't have a whole lot of daylight left, so I think what we'll do really quickly is go and get one of these dragon skeletons. I'll make this active quest. Let's see, there's one right here in this area. It's actually a pretty easy one to get to, and it's pretty close by. I actually have a little base right there. We can, I'll just fly down there. It's just so much easier. So let's go head down that way. Sorry for the visibility. It's going to be pretty low. Alright, here is the dragon. You want to aim for the heads for the dragons. Except for that one the very first one we got. We need to go down below and try to get inside of this dragon head thing. That's actually in the mouth, that's where it is. And there's going to be these silver chests, and this is like the spot for them. You're most likely going to find them in the mouth. And this is, let's see, what are we at? We're at Orpheus. Okay. Okay, so this is the Orpheus Map Piece. We already have the Map Piece. So this one right here. That was in the previous episode. And the next one's going to be down here. So I think we should be able to fly. Let's just go back from the peak. I'll fly down there. Alright, so it's going to be in the same direction, just a little bit further away. We actually did see this one. It's by a lake, and it's by the house that we were at. So it's a big lake, and it's just past the one we were just at. Alright, this one is in this nest. So it's right there in the nests. You want to land on the head. We could sneak up and grab this one. Alright, so there's two things in here. There is this Dragon Slayer axe, which there might be a quest for. Dragon's Bane. This is a pretty good axe. It's 35, so it's kind of like the sword. The sword is definitely better. But this one does have a gem slot, and it's got some pretty good items in it. So the blood, let's see. The blood gem is one that has a lot of cutting damage on it. And yeah, so both of these are pretty similar if you look at them. One just has piercing, the other one has fire and shock. I believe they both have ice. Yeah, both have ice and cutting. And as far as the bonuses go, there is, I guess, more critical hit damage. So, I mean, they're both pretty good. I'm going to stick with the sword, but if you wanted to have this axe, it also works pretty well. And here is the next map piece, the Ony's Map Piece. And it is dark, so I'm going to go and sleep, and then we'll hit the last one up, which is going to be like way to the north. Let's see, where's it on the map? Here's the peak. Yeah, all the way over here. So we'll do this one, and then we'll also go do a little spot over here, which is like level 35. Alright, we're back at the peak, and the direction we want to go is towards that little floating city over there. Let's see if we can get to the next section here. So if we go this way, I don't want to fall down there. See if we can see everything. Yeah, there we go. So we see this red shroud, goes into a cave, and then above that cave is like a flatter piece of land, and then on top of that mountain is going to be the next place we want to go. So I'm going to fly all the way over there. Make sure you have enough stamina to get over there, because there's not much in between here and that point. So let's go fly over here. Alright, that was close. My stamina was getting pretty low. So yeah, this one also is in the mouth. There we go. The map piece. So that's all 4 pieces. So once you have all the pieces, you can then craft a map. A full map. And also, it will tell you that in the quest too. So what this is going to do, this is going to give us a new place in the world. So if you look at the map, it's right below the obelisk. So I think we got the first map here. So right below that is this hideout. It's actually on this lake. There's like going to be a little cave we can go into. So we'll definitely go do that. While we're over here though, down below is probably one of the highest level places you can go. And it's like a level 35 town. So let's go ahead and hop down there. There's quite a few things we can do down here. Alright, yeah, this is Polaris Falls. This is definitely the highest level area you can get to. So let's go ahead and try to shoot these things. These guys definitely don't mess around with them too much. Level 35, so kind of out of our range, but definitely doable at 32. If I want to keep shooting this guy. So in here, there's a golden chest. There's also a couple of pieces of lore that point us to the Cyclops Cave and another golden chest out in the wilderness there. So let's see if we can get down here and try to kill some stuff. I'm gonna have to go... Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the best place to go without getting overrun. Okay, yeah, there we go. We got the Gem of Bloodlust. So these guys do have a really good chance of dropping the Gem of Bloodlust. Especially those guys that have the fire swords, like that guy over there does. So if you need a Gem of Bloodlust, this is probably the best spot to get it. And we do have a quest for it. So I hear another guy in here. I don't have any more potions, so I'd be very careful. He's above us. Alright, how many lockpicks do I have? I have 8 lockpicks. This should be enough for this area. I need to get some more. Alright, here's the first chest. I'm going to close this door. Let's go. This chest, this is going to be a level 35 chest. So yeah, Mace of Wrath. Probably pretty good versus the hollow guys. So everything in here is going to be like level 35 as the base. So if you need to farm up some gold chests, this is the town to do it in. For the boss, you can reach this place without being max level flame. So pretty good place to come to if you can kill the enemies. And then in there is going to be some lore in that house. Alright, so in one of these places there is a silver chest. And it gets me like a hat, I think. So let me go and see if we can find this hat. It's like a hidden spot in the wall. This is not the chests, okay. But, these are the gloves. Okay, so this is the gloves. So there is a full wintry set in this area. It's a level 35 cosmetic set. And it's like a winter outfit. And you could find them in chests all throughout this place. I only know of where the gloves and the helmet is. Alright, let's go in here. This is where that lore is, I believe. We'll grab this flask, use a flask. Alright, let's go find that lore. It's gotta be somewhere around here. I think it's above us, actually. There's a flame guy. Another Gem of Bloodlust. Yeah, it's in this building. Alright, let's go around to the front. Okay, wrong building actually. I have to go to the one up here. Is this the building that has the pieces in it? Okay, so this is a book we need to read. Mother's Worries. That's just a lore piece. Another book here. Bedtime stories. Who is scared of flying horrors? I think this references the dragons? Maybe. Okay, so that's not the books that we need, but those are good books to get. One that we need, I think, is down in the goat area. So yeah, there's a lot of houses to explore in here. There is golden or silver chest down here somewhere in one of these grates, which I might come back for. Let's just go back to this area. Okay, this is the backside. So let's go up here to the goat pens. In here, there's going to be a piece of lore. This is the Polaris Falls Cyclops Cave. So this will get us, I think, the Pelvis, the Cyclops Cave. So it's one of the last pieces that we need. One more after that. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here. Anything down there? That doesn't look like it. Okay. I don't think there's anything on the roof either, but we can go check just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah. So like I said before, there are those set pieces. I'm not going to spend the time to find these just yet. We can probably come back here and get those pieces later. Right now I want to go get this other piece that we need. So we need to go up to, let's see, this cave. Where are we at? Yeah, this cave right here. The Cyclops Cave, which is straight up this direction. There's like a little path that takes us up there. This is level 35 Cyclops, so we want to be careful with that. I'm going to hit pretty hard. Alright, in here is a Cyclops. Lots of coal in here too. Like this is like a coal mine. But a Cyclops just took over and made it its base. So it's got some ice too. You be careful with that. I hear it. I don't see it though. There it is. Alright, what do we get from this guy? Yeah, the Pelvis. So that's pretty much it. I do not think there is anything else in this cave other than that. There's like some dead ends in here. So that's pretty much it. It's like a mine that was abandoned. Lots of coal, if you need coal. So let's go ahead and go down to this spider cave now, which is pretty close by. This is like a very obscure cave. I don't know if anything points to this cave, but it is like right down here, I believe. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, like I think it's like down here. Okay, yeah, I was actually up too high. I need to go down lower. So we're like way down here, pretty close to the shroud. Like the shroud is like right on the other side of this little hill. And Let's see. I think those guys are just preoccupied. So in here is a cave. The only reason you go in here is because there is a item we can grab in here. Okay, yeah, there's nothing in this cave other than this chest, but in this chest is another item that's level 35, so it is golden, and it does have a pretty good chance of getting something good from that. So, Staff of Taurus this time. I've seen other things drop from this, though, so it's just not static, but yeah, this is a pretty good staff if you're going for that. It's even got retaliation and increased mana regeneration. So yeah, it might be pretty good to get. And these things do respawn after a while. So you can come down here and start farming up the high level weapons. So this is another good spot. This cave is not marked though. So you might want to mark that cave. It is directly to the west of the Cyclops Cave. So south of Polaris Falls and directly to the west of Cyclops Cave at the lowest possible level you can go before you get to the Shroud. Yeah, so if we can avoid these things, like this is the Shroud right here, so this is how close we are. Pretty much right there. But yeah, that's it. So 2 golden chests you can farm up. We got the pelvic bone from the Cyclops Cave. This is not, we can't reach this yet. There's also another route down here we can't get to yet. We need to unlock the Shroud here and the Shroud over here. So those are things that we can't do quite yet. One thing we could probably do is go do this dragon's hideout now. So let's go back to the peak. Alright, here we are at the peak. I'm gonna actually go for this flame shrine first. I think this is above the hideout. And I did miss it last time, so we can probably grab this really quickly. So the place we need to go is that lake down there. Alright, here is the flame shrine we missed earlier. So that one's done. And then this is pretty much just straight over here. We can just jump down and fly towards the lake. Alright, this is the Bitter Milk Lake. I'm going to go find the cave, which is going to be in the waterfall. And inside there's not going to be too many enemies. There's just going to be a puzzle we have to solve. We just need to make it past this little rock pile. Okay, this is the place. So we have to unlock the door up there. There are several sections of locks. So there's one here, there's one over here, there's 2 up there. And each one of these corresponds to like a location that we got the map from. And you can read through, and apparently there's like a riddle that has to do with this map. So you have to read the map. There's different I guess poems that go along with each one of the names, and then the locations are on the wall. And apparently you can just figure out what each one of these talks about. So I'll just do this, and you can, if you want to figure it out on your own, go for it. So this one's going to be all 3 lit up. This one over here is going to be the first one lit up, and the other 2 are off. And this is the one for May. So you see that those two lights up there are lit up now. Over here, this is going to be off, on, and off. And this is going to be for Polaris. And so there we go. Then the last one, I believe these are all off. And then this is going to be for Orpheus. Alright, yeah, there's some like lower way to figure this out, but we're just going to do this. I just did this by trial and error, so I don't know what the lore is pertaining to this. Let's go in here and get this bow. There's the bow, the dragon's wing. And this bow is pretty good. It is another fire bow, so all this fire damage. Then you get dragon strength at the very last one. Pretty good bow to fight the dragon with if you're using ranged weapons. And if you look at the one we have now, it's just 3 fire and then 1 head seeker. So this is going to be 4 fire plus the extra levels. So definitely the best bow that we can get at this moment. I'm going to go ahead and equip this. This also has a gem slot on it too. So I still need to figure out what gem slot to put in there. I'm not quite sure what gems go in the bows. But that's that whole quest. So if you look at the journal, that quest should be done now. Yeah, I think that one's done. I'm not going to look for it, but yeah, it's done. So that's the final part. Alright, so that's the Forgotten Temple, and it's in the waterfall. It might be nighttime. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, it's daytime still. I'm going to go ahead and knock this one out. The Royal Decree. Should be pretty close by. And I believe this is the die. Okay, Royal Decree die. And there's a note about it. So this guy was taken out by some birds while he was delivering something. So there we go. I don't think anything's over here. Oh, there's a repair station here. And then, yeah, this is another town. This is the Gateway Outpost Bora. Okay, yeah, so this is the backside of the main town, or getting close to the main town. Alright, so, yeah, I think we knocked out quite a bit in the daytime. It's gonna be nighttime now. Yeah, let's go back to the base and sleep, and we'll start knocking out some of these Balefires. Alright, it's daytime. There is a quest for the Gem of Bloodlust. So if we go back, there's a quest saying finding a Gem of Bloodlust. It wants us to take this to Lady Leclair. So it's one of the NPCs. And speaking of NPCs, I think I have an NPC I never dropped down. Lady Leclair, where's she at? Is she in the basement? Somebody fell in the basement. Let me go get my staff here, and I'm going to drop down Lady Leclair again, and also that new person. Oh, yeah, here she is. She was not underneath the basement. Let's go ahead and, before we talk to her, drop down the person we got from one of those towns. Let's see, who was it? Oscar, I think?
Hi.
Hello.
Alright, give him a bed.
Ooh.
Cousins till the end.
Ooh.
Okay, Oscar's
Goodbye.
cousin. Yeah, we found him just for a reference. He was in Rothstep, I believe. Yeah, he was in Rothstep. He was behind like a boss in there. So if you don't have him yet, that's where you can find him. And let's talk to her. Bloodlust gem. Alright. She get anything new? No. Okay, so she just wants that gem. There you go. Okay, so I think that's it as far as other quests go that we completed. Yeah, so we do have the Cyclops collection that we can tackle. This is the last one. I think we need the head. The head is going to be next to a Balefire. So yeah, we'll head up to the mountains and tackle this one. Alright, we're back at the summit. Let's go ahead and go to this next one. It's going to be like over here somewhere on the opposite end of this mountain here. We need to like wrap around. Alright, here's the place. So it's the Balefire Stronghold Lance Point. And this is like two different sections. There's this side, then there's like a big ravine. And there's the other side. So we want to go to this side over here has the helm, or the head. So we can make it to the top here. Alright, we can. So let's see if we can find this head now. There's a bunch of enemies in here. Be very careful. I think this thing is either in here or in another... Oh, it's right below us. Okay. Let's go down here. Alright, I think that's it for up here. All the other enemies down below us. So yeah, this is the head. Let's grab that. So that's the complete collection. So I believe I showed all the locations in the series. If I missed one, let me know and I can go back and show you where that one that I missed is. But I'm pretty sure I showed you all the spots in these past couple of episodes. Alright, and yeah, there is like a couple pieces of lore that point to this Cyclops head. But that's about it in here, other than the Balefire. So we can go get this lore piece real quick. Also probably pretty good to get this experience as well from this place. Alright, there's a little chest in here. Sometimes you find something good in here, maybe. Let's see. Oh, some daggers, okay. Yeah, this stuff's level 32. So like once you hit the level 35 areas and you start finding the good stuff from in there, this other stuff doesn't seem to be as beneficial. So I would probably skip a lot of the chests in this area. I do need the experience though. And I don't think I need much more flame gel. Alright, there's like one more book somewhere. Might be in here. I'm actually not too worried about it. We do have, it's like 10 experience. But if you're going for the whole collection, then maybe it's worth getting. Oh, it's over there on that table. Alright, let's go down here. Grab this chest just to see what's in it. Another wand. Is that it? I think it's it. Alright, I think this is the Cyclops Head. Yeah, Cyclops Head research. So we got Yeah, just some information about that. Alright, that's pretty much it for in here. There might be some extra loot, some enemies you can kill, but other than that, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the base. Alright, back at the base. So once you have the full set for the Cyclops, I believe it is the collector that lets you craft the Cyclops display case. Let's see. This is it. Yeah, this is it. So this is what you need for that. Metal sheets, charcoal. Not a whole lot of everything, so lots of bones. You already have lots of bones. We need ectoplasm fragments. This is the Revelwood Hollow Halls. Alright, this thing is a fairly good size. Let's go ahead and put it down here. So this is about as big as it is. You know, I might put it on top of this. See if we can like tilt it a little bit. There we go. That's better. So yeah, this is as big as it is. We need a pretty big area for this thing. I'm gonna keep it out here for now. So let's just throw everything on it and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, there we go. This is like the size of a Cyclops. If you want to make this thing, you're gonna need a lot of space to do it indoors. But I'll keep it out here for now. And I'll find a spot for it later. Alright, before I continue on, I do want to go grab some things. So what I'm going to need is to get a gem. I need to get a gem. I also need to get some more of the ruins, the legendary ruins. So the gem that I want to get is over here at Moth's Grove. It's just north of the ancient spire in the Springlands. So I'm going to just show this real quick in case you're wondering where this is from. So what we're looking for is the Gem of Burning. Gem of Burning triggers off of anything with fire damage. And this bow has fire damage on it. So theoretically it should trigger off this bow. And also like things like this should also trigger too. So if you use like fireballs, that'll also trigger. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this gem, and hopefully it drops the first time. Or else I'm gonna have to start farming this thing up. But I just wanted to let you know like what I'm gonna be doing here in the meantime. Alright, so these things should drop off of the banshees. Need to find some banshees. There should be banshees in here. I hear a banshee. Alright, let's see if this banshee dropped this thing. Yeah, there we go. Gem of Burning. So this is the gem that I know how to do level up. But what this does is it deals fire damage. So it applies burning once you trigger it with fire damage. So that's what I was came here for, is this Gem of Burning. I might need another one for the staff eventually, if I'm going to continue using a staff. I don't know if I'm going to do that though. We'll see. But yeah, so that's the thing I came here for. If you need a Gem of Burning, it's going to take a little bit of time to level this thing up though. Might have to go to maybe like the Nomad Highlands and farm up some ruins. I can probably get quite a few of them from there, and this should level up pretty quickly from there. So I'm going to go do that, and then hopefully when I'm all done with everything, I should be able to get that gem to level 35. It's just going to take me a little bit of farming to do that. So yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll come back when I'm done with that process. Alright, I'm back, and this is what I ended up with. So I did go get the gem of Burning, level 35 now. So this is about as high as we can get it at this point. And so it does burning damage for 5.6 seconds. So 29, almost 30 damage per second. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty good gem, especially for this bow that does fire damage. Alright, so enough of that. Let's go ahead and go to the top here. Let's go to the top of the world. And we're going to go and do this Balefire and also take care of the Flame Mosaic quest. So let's go activate that one. I think we have like one or two. We have two actually. I'm going to get all of them right now, so you're not going to be missing anything. But I did already start the quest. Alright, let's start up here. There is a flame mosaic here. I think I've already gotten this one. Oh no, it's a new one. So this is the first one here. It's on top of this, I guess this little tower. And there's a catapult there. So that's the first one. There's a couple of them up here. There's a bunch of them in this like enshrouded area down here. But let's go down here. I think there's actually a note we can read. Oh, there's a guy right there. Alright, there might be a note here. If not, that's fine. Yeah, I don't see any notes over here. So just a random tower, and we want to cross this and go back to the other side. There's a boss over here, so we'd be careful with this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here, and there's gonna be one up here. I think, yeah, that building over there. In order to get up there, we have to go in this building over here. Some enemies to go through first. Grab this chest while we're up here. This is all level 32 stuff, so not too concerned about it. Alright, got level 33. So we just need one more level, really. That's kind of the goal. Superior health potions. Yeah, actually, these are good too. We're going to save these up for the boss. Alright, so that's the second one that we've gotten. Make our way towards the shroud now. I also want to recommend that you definitely bring a lot of lockpicks, because there is going to be some locked doors. So this is a gold chest. There's a good chance of getting a good weapon here. Hopeful Glimmer. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for... So yeah, we're in this little keep on the northern side here. So this level right here. Yeah, I think this is just another room. Okay. Yeah, just another room. So we make our way down towards the bottom here. Yeah, these little shelves also have some pretty good chance of getting some potions. So we definitely want to grab those when we can. Down here is going to be some enshrouded areas. Yeah, I think... We're not at the spot, are we? Yeah, this is part of the tower. So there's like 2 or 3 of them over here in this enshrouded area. So it's going to take a little bit of time. We have to work our way down here. Okay, so what we need to do is, I think we have to go through, yeah, straight through here. There is one that's going to be on that ledge. It's kind of hard to see, but we're going to fight a couple of things, but we can go through here and then fight these 2 wraiths. Alright. Cold Composure, Legendary Ruins. So here's another one right here on this ledge. Okay, so that's going to be one on the top and there's going to be one on the bottom of this tower here. This goes pretty far down. So I'm probably going to just jump, actually. See if we can get over here and maybe cross on this side and then we can cross over. Yeah, like right down there. I hear stuff. Yeah, it's actually on the bottom part of this, so I think we're too high. We need to go down this side. Let's see, how far down can we go? Oh, maybe right there. Yeah, can we get over here? Yeah, this is the level, I believe. Okay, yeah, I had to take care of those guys, but this is the spot we're at. So this is the bridge that goes across both sides. It is dark now. I'm going to probably find a bed here pretty soon, but let's go around the corner here. There's some enemies here. Alright, the flame mosaic's back here. I just had to clear that out. It's right here. We don't have a lot of time. I'm going to have to go back and then refresh my timer, though, on my frost resistance here. But yeah, this is the only 2, I believe, on this side. In the Enshrouded area. There's one more on the other side, though. Then there's also this down here. All these Gem of Composures. Yeah, there's not a... Okay, yeah, let's not go in there. But get some archaic essences, so that's nice. Alright, let's go ahead and leave this side. Come over to this side. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and rest and I'll come back to that same spot. Alright, we're back at this spot here. There's the bridge. Let's go to the other side. So now we're on this south side of the ravine. Okay, getting some legendary ruins here. That's nice. What's up here? No, nothing good. So we're looking for a locked door. I think it's back here. We'll go that in a second. This is another room here we can go through. Oh. Yeah, I guess there's another way through here. Here's some rats. I don't know where they are. This is the locked door right here. So this is the other side of that debris. I mean, you could just break through this debris if you wanted to. And it's going to be dark down here. Yeah, here's the other mosaic. The bomb guy. Alright, let's grab this. I think I lost count. I think this is four of them now. Alright, and then let's see the next one. Let's go to this direction. We're gonna go to the main area that out in the open. Right here. Here we go. There's some more enemies up here. We're just clear this place out real quick. Alright, yeah, I think there's a bird up here. I'm gonna grab this bird real quick. We need to go in there anyways. Is it not a bird? Maybe not. Okay. We need to go in here. So let's go in here. There is going to be some lore down here, I believe. There it is. Alright, so this is a quest. I believe this is the one that we're looking for. Okay. Another one here. The request for the recruitment's name. Alright. That is not the quests, I think. Backpack's full, really? You know what? I'm going to use this. Okay, yeah, so we're on the edge here. Down there is going to be one as well on that balcony. We can probably do that and then come back up this direction. I'm going to do that. So let's go over here. This is like the entrance way, and then right here on this balcony is going to be one of the pieces. We've already gotten this one, but I'm going to grab this one anyways. So the count did not go up. Yeah, I'm actually going to skip that. This is a locked door in the bottom here. So you have to unlock that door. Let's go this way. Okay, so let's go to the Balefire now. And then we'll come to the last one, which is going to be up there. So the Balefire is the very, very south part of this. Yeah, the Balefire's down here. It's in the very south part of this. There's a bunch of stairs to get up here. So in this room here is another flame mosaic. So there's the Balefire. And here is another one. I think I'm missing one up top. We'll go back and get that one here in a second. Okay, so that's that. that's lit now, so we are almost done with those. Let's go back up to the top and to the main area. Oh yeah, okay, so if look at my backpack. Yeah, I did get 7 of them already. So we just need one more. And that last one is going to be up here in this tower. Let's go and grab a piece of lore though, which is in this tower where that bird is. I was going to do that earlier. Can we kill this guy? Maybe? Let's just go in here. Let's read this. This is going to give us a quest, I believe. Yeah, one marker on the map. The quest is down below. I don't think there's anything up here. There's a bird nest up here. Anything in the bird nest? No, not really. Alright, so the quest is down below us. It's going to be a pile. Here we can actually just click it. And it's going to be down there. Yeah, pile of snow. Dig this up. There it is. It's just a random item. Probably going to be like just a normal item. Okay, so that's done. And then we need to go up there. So let's go over here and try to get up here. There's like a walkway you can get up here. So we need to follow this up to the top. I think you can dig through this, maybe? Oh, there we go. Yeah, just climb up here. Then we need to go to the very, very top of this mountain. And up here is going to be a grave. And in that grave is going to be a body. So there's the body. And we loot it. And that's the last piece that we needed. So that's all the flame mosaic pieces that we needed. We also did the other quests down there. So we have all the quests done. We have the Balefire lit as well. So we should be good now on all these things. Yeah. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it for here. There's nothing else we can do. There might be some extra chests laying around somewhere. But yeah, just for the most part, that's it as far as the quests and things go. So I'm gonna head back to the base and we're gonna put this mosaic together. Okay, back at the base. So if we go talk to the carpenter. I need to like move him. He's gonna have a flame mosaic display case in his inventory now. So it's just like a stone wall thing. Yeah, here it is. So this is for the flame mosaic. This is the tapestry. Okay. We want this one. It's made out of granite. And this is pretty big. I'll show you how big this is, because it's probably going to be too big for inside. Yeah, like this is how big it is. I mean, it's bigger than a wall. Let's see if we could put this somewhere else. Maybe it'll fit up here. Maybe right here. Look how big it is. It's kind of too big. That should be fine. Yeah, let me just put them in. There's only one that fits in each one of these slots, so it doesn't take too much thought. There it is. There's the flame mosaic. So it's just a fire, and it's a mosaic. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for this episode. So we are down to 2 more Balefires, and there's not a whole lot left to be done outside of the boss. We do have some quests. There's a Balefire on this little island right here in the shroud area, and there's going to be one like down here that we can deal with, I believe. But yeah, we'll go find them in the next episode. We do have a lot of quests, but a lot of those quests are actually inside of the shroud. That's going to be hard to get to right now. But yeah, we did tackle a lot in this episode. We went and got some Balefires taken care of. So we're at 6 out of 8 now. Also completed 3 different collection quests and some other quests as well. And that got us to level 33 and about 1/10 of the way through. In the end, the goal is to get to level 34. And I'm going to have to do some mining in order to get to that point. But hopefully that's not the case. And I mean, I did get some levels just by going and farming up the gym stuff. So that was pretty nice. So if you need some levels, probably farming up your gyms, maybe going to Polaris, Falls, or just doing some coal mining should get you some levels. So other than that, we did get the skeleton completed as well. And we did also complete the Dragon's Wing quest for the bow. So we got a lot of the collectibles done in this zone. And so really we're down to just a few more quests that we can complete at this point in time. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.